Alright, here we are with book number 4 in the mini books Make It in Minutes by Roxy Phillips. This is number 4 called Traveling Sisters in this book. It's a Pennant style book bound with ribbon. I have it started. Let me grab my pieces here. What have I got here? Alright, I have one of the covers done already where I've cut it out and covered it with the paper. And then I've got the pages also already cut out. So, you're going to make the cover, take a piece that's 5 inches by 6.5 inches. And then you need to mark it at the 2.5 inch mark, which would be right in the middle of your 5 inch side. And then you're going to, I've lost some of my tools here. Well, I guess I will use, oh, there it is. Sorry. You're going to line your ruler up with the corner and the center mark you just made and cut through the chipboard. And I did not make it all the way through, so I'm going to use my knife. And repeat on the other side, so that lined up. Still didn't quite get through. There we go. Alright. And for the cover, it says to create a triangle that's an inch wider, and I am using scraps, so my triangle is not near an inch wider all the way around, but so it's a little harder to get it, the corners rounded, but it works. Like I said, I wanted to use the scraps that I had, so I'm dealing with the size that I have. I'm going to glue my chipboard piece down in the center of my paper and get it all set, and then I need to miter the corners, and that. Now, like doing a square piece, I'm going to round my edges a little bit just to make it a little easier. And since I am using such a smaller lip here than what they call for, having this glossy accents is a lifesaver because it glues it down so fast. And you can get a nice tight hold. I know I praise this stuff every video I do, but I love it for glue and paper. So now, oh, didn't get that rounded very well. Alright, one last side. Get that glued down. Yeah, it would be a lot easier doing this if you did have a wider lip to your paper, and since I'm also using cardstock, it's thicker paper, so it wants to pull back more than your thinner papers would, but like I said, using up scraps. Alright, so there I've got my cover. Now I've already cut my cover piece here, and I took some of my decorative scissors. Let me see. I mean, who knows where I got these? I've had them forever. But I just cut the edges just so it would have a little bit of design, and I've inked the edges with my Ranger Dauber and Walnut Stain ink. So now I'm going to get some glue down. Oh, that was smooth. On here. And I left this side straight because it's going to be against the binding anyway, or against the edge of the book, I should say. Lay that. Alright, so there I've got a cover piece. Triangles that are cut here. I used the cover as a template and laid it down, traced the first one, and trimmed it 1/4 inch all the way around just to make it a little smaller. And I think I've got 6 pages here. So, and you could use the deco edges to do all these, but I wanted them straight for the pages, and I also inked all the edges to distress it. And now, let's cross our fingers that this works. I've got my 7 Gypsies bindery, and what I'm going to do is, in the sample it shows 3 holes punched. I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to use my bindery, and I can't put it all in. It's too thick, so I need to make a little mark here to show my center. There's the center. I don't know if you can see this very well. On the bindery it's got a little mark for your center, so I'm just going to match that up with the mark that I just made. Whoa. Yep. And press. So there I've got my holes. And I'm going to do the other cover quick. Again, give myself my center reference. Run that in. There's my holes. Now my pages I'm going to do all at once. Again, center reference. Alright, now if I wanted, I could easily put those in over here and give myself another, and you know what, I think I am going to do that because that is a pretty wide split there for a small book. So I've got my center right there. I'm just going to line that up with my mark, and now I've got my 3 holes. And that is so not centered. I did not do a good job. Let's see if I can do a little better. There we go. That one's centered. I make mistakes so you don't have to. Let's see. Yep. Alright. So yeah, that one is just off miserably. But that's the nice thing about having a ribbon binding, is that it will pull nicely from that. Okay. Now this is all the brown ribbon I have left, I think. Get the tape off. Let me just start with one and see how much I'm going to need. run that through. And you could use your hoops for this book. You wouldn't have to use ribbon. Let's cut an angle. And you could use a bunch of different ribbons. Whatever you want. Thread that through. If you're doing a primitive book, jute would look great. Oops, didn't want that tight. There we go. Trim that just a little bit. That. And my last hole. See right there, that's why then it's with the ribbon it's forgiving, even though I biffed my center hole on the back cover. It'll still hold it nice and do what it's supposed to do. Let's trim this. Alright. How easy was that to make a little pennant book? Opens up, you can embellish the pages however you want. Photos, journaling. It's just lots of different things you can do. So there is book number 4. Look for number 5 coming soon. Thank you.